almost Holy Week. Seems like yesterday was Christmas, am I right? But here we are, and we're entering into the most important week of the whole church year. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to St. Robert's, to tell you if you haven't been to church in person in a while, come on back. As you know, probably we have a big building. The pews have been marked for social distancing, the church is thoroughly sanitized, and we have masks required, temperature screening, and the ushers will direct you to a seat. I'd like to ask you, especially, and I say this as a member of a two-person family myself, if you are one or two people coming to Mass on Palm Sunday or Easter Sunday or any of the Holy Week liturgies, and the ushers ask you to move to one side or another to allow a family to sit at the other end of the pew, even if you always sit in that pew, please be considerate and move over to let others in. So, wanted to let you know what's going on for Holy Week, what's the same, what's different. Holy Week will begin tomorrow with the Palm Sunday Vigil Mass at 5 p.m. For those of you, or if you or your family or friends prefer to worship in the Korean language, there will be a Mass at 8:45 tomorrow evening. There will also be a Korean language Mass 9:15 on Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday on the English language side, there's the 11 o'clock Mass as normal, and we've added a Mass at 12:30. Okay, so that Mass also may be less crowded, so if you're concerned about crowding, concerned about distancing, you might want to try the 12:30 Mass on Palm Sunday. Monday is Reconciliation Monday. The church will be open and priests will be available between 3 and 8 p.m. to hear your confession. It's a great way to get your soul and your heart and your mind ready for Holy Week. So I urge you, even if it's been a while, go get all of that off of your chest, off of your mind, off of your heart. And then we move to Holy Thursday. Holy Thursday, the Mass of the Lord's Supper will be at 8 p.m. As always, there's only one Mass, so we urge you to try to get there a little early to make sure that you get seating, especially if you are bringing a large family. Okay, there will be no washing of feet at the Holy Thursday Mass. Okay, everything else is going to be the same. We'll process with the Blessed Sacrament to the parish hall after Mass for prayer and adoration. Everything else is exactly the same, just no foot washing for what should be obvious reasons. There's also going to be, I'm saying this a little out of order, there will be morning prayer at 9 a.m. on Holy Thursday, on Good Friday, and on Holy Saturday. So each day there will be morning prayer at 9 o'clock in the church. Just to let you know, morning prayer is not being videoed this year. Last year it was available on video because it could be live streamed. This year it will not be available on video. So stop by the church at 9 o'clock. Short prayer service, but very meaningful, very nice. Okay, so now we move to Good Friday. Good Friday, as I mentioned, there'll be morning prayer at 9. Immediately following morning prayer, the Stations of the Cross will be prayed in the church in English. So that'll be about 9:30. Okay, at 3 o'clock, we have the Good Friday liturgy. As you know, Good Friday is the one day of the entire church year. There's actually no Mass as such, but we do have the Good Friday liturgy. Will be mostly the same. One important change. Normally, we walk up to the cross and we may kiss the cross to venerate it. Some people like to put their hand on the cross. Well, as my mother used to tell me when I get grabby and said I was just looking, you look with your eyes, not with your hands. This year, we're venerating in some way, not involving our hands, not involving our mouth. When you approach the cross, the church is recommending you simply give a deep bow, a sign of respect, just like the ministers do when they approach the altar. If you have a bad back or you just feel whatever about that, you can walk up and give a slight bow. You can walk up and take a few minutes in prayerful silence to reflect on the cross. Something just to realize that instrument of torture and tragedy that Jesus turned into an instrument of triumph for us. But however you venerate, you can't touch it and you can't kiss it. Please be considerate of your fellow parishioners and don't try that. Okay, for those of you again who prefer to worship in Korean, The Stations of the Cross will be prayed in the church at 8:30 in Korean at night, and there will be a Good Friday liturgy in Korean immediately following that at approximately 9 p.m. We move on to Holy Saturday. As I mentioned before, morning prayer in the church at 9 o'clock. At 8 p.m. will be the Easter Vigil. If you've never been to the Easter Vigil, I really urge you to check it out. It's a very dramatic service. The church starts in darkness, and then we have light and music and that beautiful, beautiful moment of being the first people to say Happy Easter, Jesus has risen. Okay, we also have 8 people from our Korean American community who are becoming Catholic and will be receiving their sacraments then. So stop by the Easter Vigil, beautiful Mass. It's a bilingual Mass, okay? You can download the readings right on your cell phone or something and read along with the ones that are going to be in the language you don't speak, okay? So don't let that freak you out. It's really worth going to. However, a lot of people still prefer to go to Mass on Sunday morning, and who can blame them? It's Easter Sunday, greatest day of the year. Okay, there will be a 9:15 a.m. Mass in Korean, there will be an 11 o'clock Mass in English, and there will be a 12:30 added Mass also in English. So again, as I mentioned for Palm Sunday, the 12:30 may be a little less attended. If you're worried about distancing, you might want to try it. The main point I want to make is we have a lot going on for Holy Week. We really hope that all of you will come by the church, come celebrate these liturgies with us this week. Invite your family, invite your friends, and have a very, very happy Easter. Bye.